Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my top love at first sniff perfumes. And this is an extension to my top 20 of 2020. In that video, those were my top perfumes that were not only love at first sniff, but they're perfumes that I revisited. These are perfumes that were my top love at first sniff that I do want to revisit again. So I do have 4 honorable mentions. I know that sounds weird, but that's because they belong in that video and I missed them, and I will go over that. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so my honorable mentions. When I filmed my top 20 of 2020, I went into my room and I was going through my collection and just grabbing perfumes that I know I wore through 2020, loved through 2020, discovered in 2020. And these two, the first one I'm going to mention, I honestly missed because of the shape of this perfume. I completely missed it. And the other one, it was tucked in the back. But that is Lancome's Idol and Versace Dylan Blue. These were definitely top of 2020. These were perfumes that I revisited on multiple times, and I'm really looking forward to wearing them again. But this one lays flat, as you know, and I didn't see it. I know that sounds so dumb, but guys, my collection has grown so much. And I did put these perfumes out of my mind because my mind switches to Gourmand and Sweet, and these are perfumes that I kind of tucked away because they are my summer fragrances. So this is just a very pretty, fresh rose scent. Easy grab. It's got like kind of this shampoo vibe to it. It's one that I get compliments on and Dennis really enjoys. This is a very pretty, feminine scent. It is something that I think would be great for the younger demographic. Definitely something that they were targeting. Lancome was definitely trying to hit a certain market when they came out with this perfume. This again is just one that is just an easy grab. This is another easy grab, but this is leaning more on a crisp green apple side. And I find this one to be not girly. I actually find this one to be kind of unisex, I would say. Definitely a guy could rock this. Very, very crisp green apple. This reminds me of a day on the boat. And you're wearing like Ralph Lauren clothes and you're on a boat and you have the summer breeze air on you. That's what this reminds me of. It doesn't smell like the ocean, but that's what I envision, and that's what the bottle looks like to me. It looks like a captain's hat. I've mentioned that. And again, that is Versace's Dylan Blue. And these really should have been in my top 20 of 2020. And then I did want to mention 2 more bottom picks of 2020 because I really want you guys to know what perfumes didn't work out on my skin. I do declutter perfumes that I don't love or if they give me headaches, but when something doesn't play well on me, I kind of want to let you guys know. So there were 2 perfumes that I forgot to mention just because out of sight, out of mind. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Lalique's Le Parfum. I did haul like 4 Lalique perfumes and 2 I ended up staying with, Amethyst and Soleil. And I did declutter Le Parfum and L'Amore. Now, L'Amore, I decluttered because it smelled very much like Versace Versance, but more floral. I picked up more of the white floral and it was very headache inducing. That one I didn't necessarily dislike. It just, again, gave me headaches and it smelled a lot like something I knew I was going to be reaching for over that one. But Le Parfum was a perfume that I believe it was the bay leaf that just did not play well with my skin. And I was really looking forward to this scent because it is kind of a unique scent that I think would have been really nice in the cooler weather. It's like a warm, spicy floral scent, but that bay leaf was coming off very medicinal on me. And there are certain perfumes where I can kind of look past that. And then other perfumes where like I can't. Like my Angel Muse EDT. That one I really wanted to like, but it kind of did that medicinal thing. But because I really enjoy Angel Muse, it wasn't a bad scent. It was just a scent that again did that kind of medicinal thing. And I think it's the patchouli in that one, whereas in Le Parfum it was the bay leaf. So I did want to go ahead and mention that one. And then another one that did not work out for me was Elie Saab's Girl of Now Forever. I was really hoping for the Elie Saab DNA with like lemon and raspberry, so like a raspberry lemon tart kind of scent, but it was tart. Like the lemon peel in that scent, I pulled that note very, very hard, and it was just a very sharp lemon peel. Think of accidentally biting into the peel of like a lemon, and that's what that smelled like on my skin. But I wanted to mention it because those were other bottom picks of 2020. Now that we've gotten through my honorable mentions, let's go ahead and go through my top picks. So I'm just gonna show you the perfume and kind of give you a quick overview of what kind of a perfume it is. And we are going to start with my scent of the day, and that is a Valentino's Donna Born in Roma, and I layered that with Into the Night by Bath and Body Works. So this is the lotion that I put on, and then I put this one right on top. And this one, the keynotes are raspberry noir, amber crystals, velvety rose petals, creamy patchouli, and mocha musk. Now this probably would go better with some of my rose scents, but I layered this the other day and actually liked the way that it smelled, because this is a jasmine. I believe this one has, I know there's jasmine in this one, and I believe there's black currant in this one and pink pepper. So whenever I say something is spicy, it doesn't necessarily mean that there is pink pepper. It could be cardamom, it could be like the vetiver and the dry down. There's a lot of things that can make a perfume spicy, but this one has the pink pepper that tickles my nose. This one isn't spicy. This does that pink pepper where it kind of tickles my nose. This one's more sparkly, it's sexy. I think there's vanilla in here, but this doesn't pull very sweet on me. And it's just a very, I would say this is a safe blind buy. This is a likable scent. But again, that is Donna Born in Roma by Valentino. This one I recently got. This is Flowerbomb Midnight. I actually sampled this before I got the large bottle, and this is another like likable scent. This one's more clean though. I would say this is more of your everyday flower bomb. I find the original flower bomb to be something that is very well loved and very well hated in the perfume community, because either it pulls too like much of a flower bomb, or it pulls a little bit more sweet gourmand. On my skin, it pulls more of a sweet gourmand, but not overly foodie, or else we wouldn't get along. This is more of your springtime, everyday flower bomb scent. And the name was a little misleading. Like I thought this was going to be like a deeper, sexier version of flower bomb. But I would say this one is probably going to be more likable. This is more mass appealing. It's more of a fresh, modern floral scent. I believe there's black currant in here. I'm not sure if it's jasmine that's in this one. Yeah, I would say this one's more likable. All right, so keeping in line with kind of like pretty florally scents, we'll go that route. So this next one, I actually hauled this line in 2020, this entire perfume line, but I decided to pick my favorite of the line, and that is Chance Eau Vive by Chanel. And this, again, I hauled Chance, Eau Tendre, Eau Fraiche. This was my favorite. This is just like the name. This is the livelier, I would say, out of the Chance line. I think there's ginger in here, and there's just this zestiness. It's very uplifting. This falls in line with like my Tuile de Hermes, and it was another ginger scent that I spoke of recently. Can't remember. But again, it just goes in that category of my uplifting scents. This one's more light. This is a line that I think is more, this is going to be more for people who like to smell good, but maybe get headaches from perfume. My cousin really enjoys the Chance line because she gets headaches from perfumes. So this isn't something that if you really want a standout perfume you're gonna like, but there are days when I do not want something heavy. I want something light and airy, and I want to smell good and clean, and this is something I would reach for. And again, that's Eau Vive. Another kind of uplifting scent, but I would say this one is different. This one is Chloe Nomad, And this one is very unique in my collection. It's unique without being like too complex. Like, it's different. I don't have anything like this. But yeah, it's something that's very easy for me to wear. There's a brightness to this one. This is another one that I would put in like my sparkly category. This is a sparkly perfume. Kind of like champagne-y, but then again there's oak moss in here, making it a little bit more earthy. When I don't know what to wear, I can grab this one and know that I'll smell good, but at the same time it's different. I'm gonna smell different. Again, that is Chloe Nomad. These next few, so these are like my raspberry rose scents. I think if you look these up, you would think that maybe they smell the same, but what separates these is this one gets a little bit more sweeter, and this one to me does have the La Vie Belle DNA. So this is La Vie Belle and Rose, and then this is Modern Muse Le Rouge by Estee Lauder. And these are just your raspberry rose scents. This one has a slight jamminess, but this is more everyday in my opinion. This one leans a little bit more fresh, I would say, than Le Rouge. Le Rouge is, there's got this sweetness in the dry down that now I'm really starting to love. Oh yeah, this one's good. This one I really enjoyed this past fall in the cooler weather. Really good. Both of these are very beautiful raspberry rosy scents. Again, that is Modern Muse Le Rouge and La Vie Belle and Rose. Okay, another rosy scent. This is more of my boozy rosy scent. This is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose. And this is a spicy, boozy rose. Kind of like my Rose Rouge, but there's a smokiness to this one. Like, I don't know what is in the Elizabeth and James perfumes that they just have this kind of smokiness to them. And again, boozy, like booziness to them. I feel like purposely that's the way these are, like the whole flask. Again, this is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose. Staying along in the night category, we have Tom Ford Noir. This is just a spicy vanilla. There's coffee in here. I think there's some kind of ginger in here. And I think that's what maybe is making this a little bit like spicy. Like ginger tends to give that little kick when I say spicy. There's certain notes that give it that kick, and ginger is one of them. And then there is woodsy notes, I believe. This is just a sexy, spicy vanilla. Perfect for nighttime, like the name would imply. I picked this up because of Wendy and Kiana. We had like a conversation going on, and they had mentioned this. I want to say it might have been under my Boss Lady scents. And this is like a boss scent. Gorgeous. Really, really fell in love with this one. But again, it's one I got to revisit. I got to spray it some more, wear her some more. And that will lead me into another like night. I wouldn't say this is night, but it's one that I'm going to really want to try out like in summer nights. And that is House of Sillage, their Disney collection. I almost don't want to spray this. We'll layer this on top. We're gonna create a concoction. This is more of a spicy coconut. The spice in here is from the cardamom. It does go away. The spiciness in here does go down. But this is more of a clean, spicy coconut. I find this to be pretty grown up, sexy. To me, this is a tropical scent because of the coconut. Coconut is tropical, but very beautiful. There is a zestiness to this from the citrus opening. And again, there's cardamom in here, and you do get the cardamom. And then this dries down to be not as spicy. So another scent that I want to talk about a little bit more, because I revisited this one, and this was a love at first sniff, but my mind has changed, and that is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. And I can't remember what video it was that I said I pick up the caramel on this one.
What the is wrong with you?
Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
I meant to say the sweetness in this one. I pick up the sweetness, but it comes very much from the vanilla bourbon. And I am learning that certain vanillas and me don't get along. And vanilla bourbon is one that, if I'm not careful, it will make me a little nauseous. So I did wear this one day and I oversprayed it. And it's definitely a scent I can't overspray because the vanilla is very strong. Another one where I found was very strong was my Nirvana bourbon. This is another one. So I felt like this was a more wearable version to the OG, like one that I could wear year round. But I'm thinking this might fall in like my cooler weather daytime and not something I can wear in the heat. This was a love at first sniff. I still love her. I just have to see if maybe in cooler weather and spraying it less, if it's one that I will continue to love. So I did want to mention that this is La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. Now, this next one is one that is a love at first sniff, and it doesn't make me nauseous, and I can't wait to revisit this one. That's La Nuit Tresor Nude. This one is just like a gorgeous coconut. This one is gorgeous. This one I can't wait to wear again in the summer. It's what I'm learning I like in my coconut. For it not to lean too like suntanny, this doesn't have any suntanny vibe to it. This is just a very pretty coconut scent perfume. And again, that is La Nuit Tresor Nude. And I think that...
Psych! That's the wrong number!
No. Oh, no. I have two more. I'm like, is that it? I guess I paired these because of the juice. We have a Zaro Wanted Girl. And this is just a very, I would say, summer gourmand. There's dulce de leche in here, but it's never too cloying. It doesn't get too sweet. If I want this to get sweeter, I layer this with Brittany's Private Show, I believe it is. It has that dulce de leche and it brings it out a little bit more in this one. This is more of your everyday summer gourmand. And I believe there is ginger flower in here. I know that there's the flower in here is datura. And is there orange blossom in this one? I feel like there might be orange blossom in this one. I can pick up the orange blossom. This has to have orange blossom. Let me see. Yes, this has orange blossom and then the opening. So that makes sense. And there's ginger flower. And for me, if you like sweet scents year round, this is the perfect one. It doesn't get too cloying. This is when you can go ham. This isn't going to get overly cloying on your skin. This one's really, really pretty for the summer. And again, that is a Zaro Wanted Girl. And then last but certainly not least, we have Kayali's Deja Vu White Flower 57. And I started with a sample. I went on to a 50 ml and now I have 100 ml of this perfume. But Elixir 11 did beat this one out. That one had my heart and I wore that one on 3 different occasions, so it made it to my top 20 of 2020. This one I do want to play with a little bit, but I already know I'm going to love this scent. I've worn it already a few more times since that video. And this is just a very pretty, sweet, warm floral scent. It is a little indolic in the beginning, but then that goes away because I'm not crazy about perfumes being overly like indolic to my nose, but this is indolic in the opening. But then once that dries down, this becomes a very elegant, feminine, warm, white floral scent. So again, that is Kayali's Deja Vu White Flower 57. So these are the perfumes that I purchased and were love at first sniff. And I do have a lot of perfumes that are hits right away for me because I do look them up. I look up the notes, and for the most part, you guys know me really well, and so do a lot of the girls that I chat with. So I tend to pick up perfumes that I feel are going to be safe for me to blind buy. So that's why a lot of perfumes are loves, but I am going to be going over perfumes that I didn't love and now I do. That is going to be another part, and I'm going to be dressed just like this. Right after this, I'm going to film that one. So these were Love at First Sniff. My mind can change. These weren't like in my top 20 for that reason, because my mind can change. These are perfumes that I tested out maybe 1 to 3 times. I love them right away, but they're perfumes I have to revisit. Now, the next perfumes I'm going to go through, and that will be my next video, those are perfumes that I had to revisit several times before loving them. So let me know in the comments below, what were some of your Love at First Sniff perfumes? Do you still feel the same way about them? That will do it for today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.